The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the next series of developments will push Steffy and Finn's marriage to the brink of collapse, creating a huge shock for those who love this couple. What makes things even more dramatic and painful is that the person who broke up this seemingly stable marriage is Daphne, a friend that Steffy once trusted wholeheartedly and invited to town with a completely different purpose. The most shocking news is that Steffy and Finn will not be able to save their marriage, both of whom were considered the golden couple, when Finn was always thoughtful, attentive, and ready to understand Steffy after the events in life. Many viewers even believed that this relationship would last forever. However, forever does not seem to exist in the alluring Los Angeles, and their breakup was determined as an inevitable consequence of a series of misunderstandings, betrayals, and tragedies. When Steffy began to notice Finn growing distant, she seemed to have a premonition of something bad about to happen. The most stable marriage is when both parties have absolute trust, but here Steffy's trust in Finn was severely shaken. On Finn's side, although he still wanted to maintain their marital relationship, he could not control his growing feelings for Daphne. The inner conflict between duty on one side and the call of his heart on the other was the direct cause of the breakup. Not only was Daphne an interloper, she also acted as the trigger that made everything explode. According to initial revelations, she was invited by Steffy to town to plan together to deal with Carter and Hope, two people Steffy thought were threatening the interests of the Forrester family. When Steffy brought Daphne into the game, she must have believed that her friend was capable of supporting, or even forming an alliance with Steffy against Carter and Hope. Even Steffy did not expect that the cooperation would backfire, hitting himself in the back in a bitter way. Daphne showed that she was not just a temporary ally, but also seemed to have personal ambitions. Since becoming Finn's patient, she had the opportunity to approach him more, and this unexpected connection was the big turning point leading to a series of unpredictable dramas. When Daphne set foot in town, Steffy's original purpose was to ask her to help stop Carter and Hope's plans. However, ironically, Daphne became an important piece in another story when she became Finn's patient. The two had many opportunities to meet, share, and gradually develop feelings. Treatment or love bridge. Daphne becoming a patient made her and Finn meet in a private, secret environment. From there, they easily became close, shared, and developed empathy beyond the normal doctor-patient relationship. The most ironic thing is that Steffy was the one who created the opportunity for Daphne to meet Finn. If Steffy had not invited Daphne, Finn would probably never have known this woman. When Steffy realized that she had pushed her husband into the hands of her friend, it was too late. During the visits, Finn only thought of Daphne as a strange patient who needed help with her health. Finn's warmth and devotion made it easier for Daphne to reveal her suppressed thoughts and feelings. As for Finn, he began to feel a new understanding, completely different from the pressure of marriage at home. Finn's gradual change stemmed from his innocent, but gradually perverted feelings for Daphne. He began to compare his life with Steffy and the gentle moments with Daphne. Finn's ignorance of the friendship between Steffy and Daphne caused him to accidentally fall into a ridiculous situation. If he had known earlier, he might have been alert or found a way to stop. But when the truth came out, Finn had fallen too deep into the love net. Realizing that her husband was becoming more and more distant, Steffy became suspicious. Their sex life was also at risk of breaking up when Finn no longer took the initiative to be intimate, even avoiding private moments. With a strong personality, Steffy could not ignore such unusual behavior. Every moment Finn rejected Steffy was like a knife stabbing her heart. More than anyone, Steffy understood that this signaled a major crisis in her marriage. She had experienced many emotional upheavals before, but had never seen Finn so distant. Her womanly instinct told Steffy that there was a third person. Every expression of Finn proved that he was hiding something. She was faced with the choice of either confronting her husband directly or finding out the truth herself. And Steffy decided to investigate herself. Not wanting to sit still waiting for her husband to come home to listen to a half-hearted explanation, Steffy secretly went to the hospital to witness her husband's actions with her own eyes. What she saw was beyond her imagination, shocking Steffy so much that she had a heart attack. Not only was it seeing Finn and Daphne close, but also the outburst when Steffy realized that Daphne, the person she once trusted and even considered an ally, was her husband's lover. The double betrayal from both her best friend and her husband completely broke Steffy. The psychological shock leading to a heart attack is a valuable detail, showing the level of tragedy that Steffy had to endure. This is not simply a sudden emotion, but the end of the small hopes of holding on to the marriage or preserving the friendship. Thus, the bold and the beautiful spoilers this time brought an unexpected climax in the complicated love story of Steffy and Finn. The appearance of Daphne completely disrupted the original plan, pushing the seemingly peaceful marriage of the couple into a dead end. More importantly, the tragedy did not stop at the breakdown of the marriage, but also caused Steffy to have serious health problems. Will she overcome this shock, and how will Finn choose between the wife he once loved deeply and the mysterious lover? All promise a series of dramatic details, making the audience unable to take their eyes off the next episodes. As a doctor, Finn immediately tried to rescue Steffy. This proves that despite Finn's betrayal, he still has some conscience and responsibility towards his wife. However, is it confusion or love? Witnessing her husband hugging and kissing his best friend right in front of her eyes was a huge shock that led to her fainting. Steffy has experienced many events in her life, but this pain can be more fatal than any previous shock. This is the darkest and most controversial part of the drama series. Daphne intervenes in the rescue process and convinces Finn to inject Steffy with a special drug to erase her memories related to the affair. By this trick, Daphne plans to prevent Steffy from revealing everything. The act of wanting Steffy to lose her memory shows Daphne's cruelty and scheming. It is clear that she is willing to do anything to keep the secret, even destroying the brain of someone who once called her a friend. Finn is facing the thin line between professional conscience and emotional wrongdoing. If he follows Daphne's advice, it means he will destroy his wife regardless of medical ethics. This is the moment that reveals Finn's true character. Will he blindly follow love, or will he falter before the crime? Daphne understands that if Steffy wakes up and reports the affair, she will be targeted by everyone. Daphne's reputation may be ruined, even having to leave town or face countless serious troubles. Not only is Daphne afraid of losing Finn, she is also afraid of being turned away by the community, especially the Forrester family, who are very protective of Steffy. In addition, she may also be legally sued by Steffy's family if her acts of destroying the marriage and poisoning are proven. Fearing punishment, Daphne chooses an extreme way to cut off all clues. That is a typical manifestation of someone who has lost his mind, only thinking of protecting his own interests. At present, neither Finn nor Daphne wants to end this illicit relationship. They like the feeling of being sneaky, secretive, and finding passion in each other. Steffy's loss of memory is like giving them the green light to continue their forbidden love. Any extramarital relationship has unpredictable consequences, especially when it involves health issues and illegal medical intervention. If Steffy is damaged in the long term, Finn could lose everything from his career to his conscience. The mentality of fear of being discovered and desire for adventure makes Finn and Daphne fall deeper into the spiral of wrong love. They create the illusion that they will escape punishment if Steffy loses her mind. Did Steffy really lose her memory after that shady injection? Or will she make a surprising comeback to demand justice, even harboring the intention of hiring someone to kill Daphne to take cruel revenge? In long-running psychological dramas like The Bold and the Beautiful, memory loss is often a temporary situation. Steffy may initially wake up and forget everything, but gradually painful memories will resurface. As a woman with a strong personality and never giving up, Steffy will most likely not sit idly by and let her life be manipulated. If she recovers, what Steffy does next to deal with Daphne and Finn promises to be explosive. Things could escalate to the point where Steffy, crazy, tries to harm Daphne. This is a dark turn that sets a new moral boundary. Steffy may be willing to retaliate to the end, even if it means destroying her previous image. From the moment she discovers Finn and Daphne are having an affair to Daphne's cruel plot to erase Steffy's memory, all create a shocking chain of events on the bold and the beautiful. The film puts Steffy in a dilemma. If she loses her memory, she cannot expose the affair, but if she recovers, her rage can destroy everyone, including Daphne and even Finn himself. Will Steffy forget everything, become a manipulated victim? Or will she rise up to take revenge, making Daphne pay for her sins? And will Finn choose to protect the marriage that is about to break up or remain blind in the sinful relationship? Let's watch the next episodes, where each choice can lead to unpredictable consequences, pushing the story even more dramatic and surprising.